niggas always talking, I'm like, fuck it, let them chat. I've been getting money, you know I can live with that. Legend in my city, winning, showed it on the map. And if I leave this bitch tomorrow, they gon' quote it as a fact. I'm like, who the hell could stop me? Carbon copies on my timeline. Get up out your ego, learn to think with your divine mind. Main role in my movie, get that boot if you ain't acting right. Biting on my style, these niggas rapping with some appetite. Better know where you at night. Ride around with that strap at night. Catch me flicking ashes, thumping funky at your traffic light. Tipping out my bottle, all in honor of my dead. Swear these niggas want no drama on my mama, on your head. I was raised to be that way, you just can't hold it, G. Being a block, I'm on my pivot like I'm supposed to be. Clocking digits with them niggas who been close to me. Popping shit and putting dick all in her ovaries. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too player for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too player for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. Who gon' tell your tale if you don't leave no good impression? You ain't mad at me, little bitch, you mad at your reflection. Working on my hoodoo, burning sage for my protection. But if that shit there don't work, you know we brought that Smith & Wesson. I ain't stressing, found my blessing in the lowest state. She tell me, Xavier, please come over, though she know it's late. I could've went and beat that down, instead I chose to wait. I been that nigga in my city, that ain't no debate. See, once you learn to drop your feelings, you might drop your ceilings. I talk to God about my dealings when they got my healings. Don't point my way with all that drama, I be about my commas. What's worse about your lack of papers, you ain't got no honor. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too player for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too player for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground.
Smartphone for the dumb bread, clip full of the bad bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame, same one for the break cane. Mindset on the next move, no time for the head game. Kush pack in the backpack, nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread, clip full of the bad bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame, same one for the break cane. Mindset for the next move, no time for the head game. I'm a player, you a parody. Bad bitch, two braids like a Cherokee. So much that I might need a parody. Smoke dope and I might need therapy. I be fly than a bitch, young parakeet. Apparently, these niggas don't know who I be. Last time I came to the show, so you paid at the door and I slid in, no ID. You ain't cold like me. Know you see the name in neon. Prime time shit like Dion. Niggas ain't peas, they peons. Hit it in the bed, bad beyond. Neck on froze, on Freon. I ain't gotta tell her that we on. Shawty know she heard of the band and the brand and the type shit we on. Fuck they be on. Got a nigga leading this shit like Eons. He a fan, he a windmill. Top down on the coast, got a wind chill. But I'm grill, big fur, nigga chinchill. Tell him simmer down, sit still. Switch flows like knobs on the faucet. Tell him I need all of the profit. I'm off for the week shit. Probably off for a week shit. With a queen at the crib, got it looking like Freaknik. My flight about to head from the runway. It's noon, getting head on a Monday. Sunbathe on the beach on a Sunday. Niggas still getting paid from the one play. Pulled up in the what you call it, eating on that, can't pronounce it. They seen I ain't announced it. Doing numbers like 8 accountants, dug off by the lake and mountains, might make it sound like knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread. Clips full of the bag bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset on the next move. No time for the head game. Kush pack in the backpack. Nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread. Clips full of the bag bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset for the next move. No time for the head game. I'm a vibe, I'm a trip, I'm a journey. I'm a dog at the game in the gurney. Yo, bitch probably came with the scurvy. She be playing more games than attorney. Turn up, turn wheel on the yacht deck. Cold drink, hardwood in a hot neck. Grotesque protest when I shop wreck. Got it now, give a fuck who got next. 8 good tall glass of the Merlot. Pin gang got the cash on turbo. Teed up with the iron like Top Golf. New whip with the top piece chopped off. Off work, I came to play. 2 blunts, tall Tanqueray. Don't simp, get paid today. That hate can't make a stay. Out west where the Lakers stay. And I'm still up getting to the bread like aisle 3. If it ain't about that, don't dial me. Put a little right in your act, baby. Do it for your bread and your black babies. Nigga, don't flex, just build muscle. I'm up, I still hustle. Ball game like Bill Russell. Rap game on Chris Wallace. Make a nigga wanna switch wallets. Give a fuck what a bitch call it. No shit for the faint of heart. Get rich, nigga, play your part. 5 bands, 2 days apart. This shit like ancient art. And I'm still in the hood like an engine. Slide 4 deep, down division. Papa my shit for the pension. Pretty little freak in the mentions. Checking her physique in dimensions. Let a nigga peep your position. In the backpack. Nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread. Clips full of the bag bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset on the next move. No time for the head game. Kush pack in the backpack. Nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread. Clips full of the bag bag. Bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset for the next move. No time for the head game.
Turning practice to perfection took some trying. Who'da thought that I'd get my next blessing from some lines? I turned this rap shit into my profession and defied all they projections. No ceiling on what's manifesting in my mind, cause I get stronger when the pressure build. More hunger, what's next to kill. Grind with the time I had to get paid over time. This so refined, just peep the detail. And it's all for retail. I used to get my inspo from the store that was for... Now we don't cross my mind so much cause everything hot. I don't even check the traffic flow cause everything fly. Before I whips, now I got extra keys. Just text my lady, I'm the greatest, she said yes indeed. Can't play it safe, I'm taking risks cause I know what could be. Where that could lead, you best believe I'll be the first to see. I paid the price to know my worth so I can't work for free. And put my soul in every moment, it's all sacrifice just by what you think worth the bleed. What you think worth the scars? Girl, it's way more to the world than fancy cars. We gon' live today, we might not see tomorrow. You gon' miss the galaxy, try and see the stars. Contemplate daily what's gon' get us far. No need to buy the world cause it's already yours. And I'm no longer searching for another reason. When I'm through with this earth, I might just rise up out the dirt and ball another season. 20s, 50s, 100s, I wanted it's mine. Planning the purchase, I'm buying land and the purpose divine. Pull all the fam in one roof to stack, it won't cost them a dime. Feel me up seeing my people eat, that's the mark of a done. Can't be losing focus in the clutch, that's gonna cost you your prime. I took precaution, man, been at work since I first saw the sign. X by my cursive and I ain't slipped since I dotted the line. Make sure the ethic match my ambition and wait for the time when drinks is on me. Thanks I don't need. I done had this plan since both jeans and long tees. No extended hands that didn't feed, I'm on freeze. Cause I ain't got the battery to spin, I'm low key. I done put my TK in 10 times, no lie, I did the job. Had to wash my hands on wind, lay down at night and give to God. It had been so many times inside, I thought when nothing left. I was on my way up thinking I would fall, but took a step.
Excuse me. What going on? How y'all doing on this Monday afternoon? What's going on? It is damn near 12:30 where I'm at 12:26. How y'all doing on this Monday afternoon? It's your guy Big Dog Barking. Here with another laugh for y'all, you know what I'm saying? As y'all enter that building, hit the like button. Likes I appreciate it over here. Hit that share button, tell somebody, come put their eyes on me. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,300 by the end of the year. It's a slow process, but a slow process is better than no process. So please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Now, before I get into today's topic, the truth about growth stock women, you know, like I said over here, I have the Swipevestor mindset where I'm trying to help you guys learn how to deal with women just like the same way you deal with your money, the same way you deal with investments. And I'm also going to help the women become better assets in name, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help both sides become better individuals. So before I get into the topic, I want to talk about something that everybody talking about, you know, the whole Aisha Curry situation. The whole Aisha Curry situation and what's going on with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, especially gentlemen, I told y'all guys over and over and over again, it's documented. You can go back to some of my content. I done said this on numerous occasions that Aisha Curry is no different than Michelle Obama. That's no different than Jada Pinkett. That's no different than none of these couple goals y'all looking at. Now we'll talk about the women, how they're delusional and they couple goals and shit like that. But again, some of y'all guys are just as delusional as the women y'all talk about and the couple goals. So, like I said with Jada Pinkett, when she started running off at the mouth talking about her situation with Will Smith, before she said anything of the red table or blue bench or green park, whatever the case may be, before she said anything, and before she had this microphone in her hand and number free time, y'all really wanted that relationship. Even J. Cole said it in No Role Models. He wanted that relationship. A lot of you guys wanted that Jada Pinkett and Will love. Until Jada Pinkett started running her mouth and saying she was in entanglements with August Alsina. Oh, no. Y'all wanted that. You guys wanted a chick like Jada Pinkett not too long ago before she started running her mouth. And I told y'all guys, it's like, she's defensive. She didn't throw Will up under the bus. Y'all thought she was that chick. Y'all stood by there. Y'all said Jada Pinkett was that chick at one point in time until she started running her mouth. Now y'all have to question Will's masculinity. You know, he's one of the top actors in Hollywood, plenty bread, plenty of box office movies, then did his thing with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and his music career. Will Smith is one of them guys, according to y'all, that has a wife that had been in entanglements in open marriage. And a lot of y'all would say, well, we knew Will was, you know, open or whatever. Questions, rumors, you know. Y'all done said this shit, but y'all also looked at him like he was that nigga. Don't act like you did. Then Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. Barack Obama was the president of the free world for 8 years, 2 terms. And Michelle Obama stood by that man's side. You didn't hear a peep. She had a smile, raised them two girls. Stood by that man's side from his earlier beginnings in politics in Chicago till that man became the president of the United States of America. Until she got a microphone in her face and started running her mouth. Until she started telling y'all she couldn't stand Barack Obama at one point in time. Till she started running her mouth. And again, y'all wanted that relationship too because Michelle Obama wasn't throwing Barack Obama under the bus. She ain't had nothing to say until she had something to say. And now y'all feel like she just disrespectful to Barack Obama. He was the president of the United States. Why is she so disrespectful? Now you got Aisha Curry. And she doing her rounds. And she's saying she wanted to be a career-driven woman. She had ambition. She didn't want to be a mother. She didn't want to be a wife. She just wanted to make some money. And she got with Steph when they were young and shit like that. And she thought she was going to be the breadwinner. He was just going to be a high school basketball coach. And I have to tell guys that Steph Curry wasn't highly recruited coming out of Davidson. He wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school. That man wasn't no 5-star coming out of high school. He went to Davidson. A lot of y'all didn't know Davidson existed outside of Steph Curry. Let's just keep it 100. Y'all didn't know about this school. It ain't a blue blood school. It ain't one of the big boy schools in college basketball. Y'all didn't know nothing about their college until you saw that little light-skinned, green-eyed, three-point shooting monster play. Y'all didn't know nothing about Davidson. And that was college he went to. So somehow, or some way, Aisha Curry believed that Steph Curry wasn't going to the NBA, but she was rocking with bruh. She liked him. She said she liked him. She was in love with him. All the girls wanted him in the church house. He was a good model dude. And all the girls wanted him. He stood out. Whether because of the height, the skin color, the green eye, whatever the case may be. He had money. His dad was an NBA player. Great shooter. So it could be numerous things that she wanted with Steph Curry before he even went to college. And mind you, he wasn't a 5-star basketball player coming out of high school. He wasn't. His brother was, Steph. His little brother was top notch. That's why he ended up going to Duke. His brother was top notch. He wasn't. And he made a run his sophomore and junior year to where it boosted him into the lottery, to where he went to Golden State. And even when he got drafted by the Golden State Warriors, where he won 4 championships at, even when he got drafted by the Golden State Warriors, they had to make moves for him to be the player he is now. They had to get rid of Monte Ellis, a Mississippi boy that was just as raw. Just as raw. They had to get rid of Monte Ellis just for Steph Curry to get a little shine. They had to make sure Steph's ankles could hold up because he got ankle issues. He got ankle issues to this day. It ain't just because he in his late 30s that he got ankle problems. The boy had ankle problems. So it was a lot of shit going on with Steph before he became the Steph Curry we know now. And she was right there by his side before he became Steph Curry, the champion. Steph Curry, the best three-point shooter in NBA history. Steph Curry, the 2-time MVP. Steph Curry, the 4th-time NBA champion. It was a lot of shit going on with Steph Curry before he became the Steph Curry we know now. And Aisha Curry was by his side. She didn't know he was going to have this great career. She didn't know he was going to have stake in Under Armour. She didn't know that man was gonna be worth half a billion. She didn't know all that. She thought he was gonna be a high school basketball coach. She didn't think she was gonna be married to a first ballot Hall of Famer. She didn't think that. She thought he was gonna be a basketball coach. And mind you, he wasn't a 5-star high school player. He went to Davidson. I would have thought he would have been a basketball coach if I wouldn't have known better. They get married, they start having babies and shit like that. And he amassed his fortune and fame over the years. He's a household name. Top 10 in some people's eyes of all time. And she goes around and she says what she says. She feels some type of way because all the chicks love Steph Curry. Blowing up his IG. All types of social media shit. She liked the attention. She probably was getting attention at some point in time. She probably thinks she was better than Steph Curry at some point in time. I ain't gonna say she didn't. But y'all be acting like she wasn't rocking with him while she thought she was the shit. She just thought she was gonna have a better career than him. She thought she was gonna be in the power position. She thought he was gonna be a high school basketball coach. And it turns out he's a Hall of Famer. So you can imagine how that is for a lady that thinks she's gonna be in the power position to have to take the back seat or the passenger seat. She's willing to do it because she like him, just as Jada Pinkett, just like Michelle Obama. She like him, slick lover. Willing to marry him, willing to have his babies. But that don't mean she still don't think she the shit. Oh, she thinks she the shit. It was niggas that told her she was the shit while she was dating Steph. I'm sure of that. Some of y'all guys, if she just shut her mouth up and just sat there with a smile on her face, y'all would mess with Aisha Curry. I'm sure of that. I know y'all will. But just like Jada Pinkett and just like Michelle Obama, she keeps a microphone in her face and she tears off on their relationship and y'all don't like it. But somewhere along the line, y'all wanted that relationship. Just like y'all wanted the Will and Jada relationship, just like y'all wanted the Barack Obama and Michelle Obama relationship. Somewhere y'all guys wanted that Steph and Aisha relationship because she wasn't throwing her man under the bus. It was so cute when he won championship and his little girl was up at the podium with him. It was cute. It was, y'all liked that shit. Until his wife started running her mouth. And now you don't know why she doing it because he makes so much money. He worth $500 million. He did that in the third. And just like with Jada and just like with Michelle and just like with her, it's like they look at him and say, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. Because see, what happens is when you be with somebody for so long, me, myself included, when you be with somebody for so long, when you done spent your early years with somebody in your 20s into your 30s and 40s and 50s, 60s, you spend 10, 20, 30 years with somebody. Over time, you realize that the person you with is fucked up. You love them. You grow with them, you build with them, but you know somewhere down the line that this woman you with or this dude you with got some issues. They got some negatives going on with them. They got some bullshit going on with them. You're willing to stay by their motherfucker side. You're willing to stick with them because they pros outweigh they cons, but they cons is like you fucked up. Some shape, form, or fashion, you got some negative going on with you, and all of us do. All of us got issues. Man or woman, black or white, it don't even make no difference. What's going on, Drip? All of us fucked up in some shape, form, or fashion. All of us. Nobody escapes this shit. Nobody escapes this shit. And like I said, before these women start running their mouths, y'all wanted them type of relationships with them type of women. You did. Now they can say what they want to say about the nigga they've been with for 20 years. And they telling the truth about their husbands. Y'all feel like they disrespectful. I look at it like, well, shit. They telling the truth. It's been so many times when I sit here and say, if my wife got up here and actually gave a fuck about telling all our business, she'll tell you, big dog is fucked up. And I wouldn't say nothing because she ain't gonna do nothing but tell you the truth. The same thing I tell y'all when I go live. The same things I tell y'all, she gonna co-sign it and she gonna repeat it. And she might tell you some more little dirty details about me. And I can't do nothing about it, but like, well, what the fuck? It is what it is. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. Because when we was at our worst, when I was at my worst, when I was with the shit, she used to try to save me. She was defending me, even when I was with the shit. Because anytime we came around her people, she wouldn't tell her mother, she wouldn't tell her sister, she wouldn't tell her grandma, auntie. She wouldn't tell nobody about the bullshit I was doing. She defended me. She made me look like the best husband possible, the best father in the world. And I used to have to sit there and tell her when we got into it, like, why you lying to your people like I'm the shit? When I know I'm with the shit. Why are you sitting up here defending me when I'm like, I'm the bad guy? And I know I'm the bad guy, and I'm not ashamed of it. I know what I just did. I know what I just said. And you want me to go around your people and act like I ain't do no dumb shit, and you gonna defend me? Go ahead. Optics a motherfucker. I said, go ahead and do it. I said, now you got it fixed in their head is that if something was to happen and we were to get a divorce, separate or whatever the case may be, they gonna look at you because they already know you. They know you better than I know you. You're their blood. You're just my wife. They know you better than me. And if something was to happen and we did get a divorce or separate or whatever the case may be, they gonna look at you like you ran them off. Because you sitting in and put in their head is like, he the best nigga I ever had. That's the same shit that goes on now with Aisha Curry. She just like attention. She just like attention. What female don't like attention? Tell me one. Some of them like a lot. Some of them don't like none of them. Some of them don't like the spotlight. A lot of them do. She liked the spotlight. She was an actress at one point in time. Go check Hannah Montana. I can't remember exact which season, which episode, but I know I saw her on Hannah Montana. You know, I do got a little girl. My little girl was watching SpongeBob and That's So Raven and Hannah Montana. So I'm watching this shit with my daughter. I seen her on Hannah Montana. I didn't know she was dating Steph Curry at the time. I saw her on Hannah Montana. I didn't know that. I didn't know. So she's used to the spotlight. She used to being with the cameras and the microphones in her face. She's an actress. She used to that shit. And the shit she say is like, oh, I never thought about being married. I could believe that shit. My daughter that's engaged told me and her mother she didn't plan on getting married. She told me and my wife that she had no idea of getting married. She didn't want to do it. I didn't say, well, you need to find a good man, you need to get married. I said, okay, cool, whatever. I ain't gonna force you to do it. I ain't gonna force you to do it. It wasn't until she left and went off to South Carolina and went to college that she like, Dad, I found me somebody that ain't just like you. Okay. Met old boy, met her fiance, and I asked him, well, what's the plan, my guy? What you plan on doing with my daughter? He said, I want to marry her. I looked at my daughter, I said, that's the plan? My daughter said, if that's what he say, I'm gonna follow the plan. They finna get married. My daughter also said she didn't want to have kids. She said that numerous times. She didn't want to have kids. Again, until she left for South Carolina and went to college and got with her fiance. She had a little girl in August. I sat here and heard my daughter say this shit all through her adolescence, through her teen years, up until she graduated high school and left my arms. She wasn't trying to get married. She wasn't trying to have kids, and I didn't tell her to do it. I said, do whatever your heart feels. Have fun with this shit. And as soon as she get off somewhere, she meet her future husband and the father of her little girl. Ain't that some shit? My daughter said this shit and finna get married. Ain't that some shit? So what Aisha Curry said don't surprise me when I heard my own flesh and blood say this shit. Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me. So why do it surprise y'all? Why do the shit that these so-called ride or die wives that y'all admire, once they start talking shit, why do that surprise you? Why do that surprise you? Because of how they carry themselves and who they married to, it surprise you when they talk shit about that nigga? Don't surprise me. Why do it surprise you? Because y'all put them niggas on a pedestal because of their clout, their money, their status. You put them niggas on a pedestal. I don't. I'm not a fanboy. I don't run around and say these niggas don't do no wrong. I'm a Jay-Z fan, and when they start talking about Jay-Z might have been doing some ill shit, and I'm like, well, hell, shit. It is what it is. I like his music, but if he doing some fuck shit, he doing some fuck shit. It is what it is. I don't give a damn. That ain't gonna stop me from listening to Reasonable Doubt or 444. And any other music he plan on putting out, it ain't gonna stop me from listening. I'm gonna download this shit to my motherfucking phone, and I'm gonna play the shit out that motherfucker till my motherfucking ears bleed. But if he a fuck boy, he a fuck boy. Y'all saw this shit when Salon beat his ass in the elevator. What, Salon wasn't supposed to defend Beyonce? What, he doing her big sister wrong? And she got in his grill, put hands on face, while Beyonce just sat there like one shit going on, and she wasn't supposed to do that shit. She know what was going on. And that's my guy. I fuck with Jay-Z. And I'm like, well, hell, shit, if that's how it happened, that's how it happened. Beyonce made Lemonade to go along with 444, just to tell y'all motherfuckers this, that, and the third. She was going through it. That was her release. She didn't have to go on somebody's podcast or do an interview on some major network to tell y'all that Jay-Z a piece of shit. She did it through Lemonade. And whether it was some real shit or some orchestrated shit for them to do that shit, y'all bought into it. I can't wait till Savannah. I can't wait till Savannah James say something about LeBron. Y'all really gonna flip y'all motherfucking lead when she get to talking. Y'all really gonna, cause y'all love their relationship. Savannah don't say shit. She stay in the background. She let LeBron do his motherfucking thing and all that good shit right there. Yeah, I got you. But she got a podcast. It's only a matter of time for she say something y'all don't like, or she dress a certain way that y'all don't approve of. And then y'all gonna be like, oh, Savannah is so disrespectful. Savannah is throwing LeBron under the bus. Savannah this, Savannah that. And I'm like, man, that motherfucker been with that girl her whole life. They've been together. He was a senior in high school. She was a junior. That's how long they've been together. He 41. He was every bit of 17, 18 when he got with Savannah James. That's 30-some years. And you mean tell me in 30-something plus years, Savannah James ain't looking at LeBron, Ramon James across his motherfucking head and gonna slap the shit out of his ass for saying something, doing something stupid, regardless of how much money he worth. You mean tell me she ain't got nothing negative to say about this nigga she done spent 30 years with? Not 30, my bad. At least 20, 25. You mean tell me over 20 plus years she ain't got nothing bad to say about LeBron? The problem is y'all don't want her to say it out loud. That's the problem. You ain't gonna want Savannah to say it, even though y'all know she ain't lying. You ain't gonna want her to say it, even though y'all know she not lying. That's gonna be the problem. Because we sit up here, both men and women, we sit up here all day, every day, talking about the same shit. Women the problem, men the problem. Whether you a single individual or in a relationship, we talk about this shit every motherfucking day in our regular world. Majority of us are not celebrities. We might be YouTube celebrities. But we ain't got no LeBron James money. We ain't got Steph Curry money. We ain't got Barack Obama money. We ain't got Will Smith money. We got regular money. Regular paper. Some making more than others, but the majority of us are making regular paper. Doing the same shit that these women done said that these niggas do. Cause we ain't got no problem talking about the bullshit Cardi B do. We ain't got no problem talking about Saweetie and what she got going on right now. Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red, Glory. We ain't got no problem talking about the women and the bullshit they doing in their relationships. Not a problem at all. We don't give a fuck. We ain't got no problem throwing them under the bus. They talking about how bad they acting, they bad behaviors, and them twerking and saying this and doing that. Megan Thee Stallion. You ain't got no problem talking about them. But let them motherfuckers talk about the niggas y'all hold in high regards. Oh, they're terrible. But you just got to talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. You just got through talking about Cardi B and Offset and Stephon Diggs. You just got through talking about Remy Ma and Papoose and Clarissa Shields, they little situation. You just got through talking about the females that got some celebrity. You just got through talking bad about them motherfuckers and the shit they got going on without a hesitation. But let them talk about the niggas y'all hold in high regard, and it's a problem. See, hey, all things are fair in love and war. And if we in a gender war, we in a war. Ain't nothing above the fray. Ain't nothing above the bullshit. I just believe it. See, I'm a warrior that's in the garden right now. I'm a fighter that's chilling. I'm cool. You got no issues. I solved all my issues 4 years ago. But I'm still that nigga. I just like planting roses and tulips and shit. Now I like planting vegetables and shit. Now I'm chilling. I don't have a reason to stand on the front line in this war. I don't. Don't benefit me none. It ain't paying my bills. It ain't getting me no extra pussy. I'm cool. That's why I say what the shit I say. No problem. But again, like I said over here, I'm trying to let y'all niggas know it's like, bro, you in war with female that you still want to be with. Just like they in a war with us and they still want to be with us. It's just that y'all don't like how they operate right now in 2025. Y'all don't like how they've been operating according to y'all for the past 15 years. Y'all don't like how they move. They move like niggas. And I hate to use this analogy, but that's just like back in slavery. I hate to use this analogy, but that's what it reminds me of, because when our people, our ancestors was enslaved, when we were picking the cotton and feeding the chickens and cleaning the house and cooking the food and all that type of shit, when we was slaves or indentured servants or whatever the fuck you want to call us, master didn't have a problem with us. Master didn't have a problem with us when we was under his thumb, when he had total control over our people. You know when we became a problem? When they freed the slaves. That's when we became a problem to master, is when master didn't have slaves no more. When we were free. That's when we became a problem to society. See, as long as we was under control, you ain't had no problems. But as soon as you let us free, them niggas ain't shit. So just like in slavery, it's the same thing with these women. As long as you had say so over them, as long as you could control what the women say, what women do, there was never no problems. There wasn't problems. As long as you was able to control how they move, controlled the narrative. You had full control over women until women started doing their own shit. Till women got liberated, to feminism, whatever the case, whatever you want to say, called the quote unquote war. You didn't have a problem until feminism. You didn't have a problem till liberation. You didn't have a problem till women start doing their own motherfucking thing. And now that they're able to do their own motherfucking thing, they the problem. I hate to use that analogy, but it's so similar. Women are the problem because you can't control them like you once could. And you fighting and fighting and fighting. You're going hard in the paint to get that control back. But the fucked up part about it is, if that's the case, what makes you think they ain't gonna fight hard and hard and hard and hard to get you, black man, back in bondage? I don't come up with this shit. I just say what I feel. Take it and don't take it. I don't care. But y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Why do y'all feel the way y'all feel if I'm not telling the truth? Why do every time you look up, they always the problem? Why are they the problem? Because you can't control them. Why are they a problem? Because you can't control them. That's why women are a problem to some of you guys. That's why y'all have the issues y'all have with the women, because you can't control them. You can't tell them when to jump. You can't tell them to go in their kitchen and make your favorite meal. You can't tell them to wash your dirty ass drawers. You can't tell them to flip around the whole bed in all these multiple positions at the drop of a dime no more. They do it when they want to do it. They do it when they want to do it. They don't do it when you want them to do it. Which is funny because my wife said that shit to me last night after the game went off. I got in the bed and I got the rubbing on shit. She fresh out the shower and I'm rubbing on shit and shit like that. And she like, nah, nigga. Like, what the fuck you talking about? She like, nigga, when I want your ass to come in here and do that type of shit, your ass want to stay up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning doing who knows what. Now you want to come here and you want to rub all on me now, nigga. Okay. Okay. What I'm arguing with her because she ain't lying. She ain't lying. She's like, when I want your ass to come here and play with me and shit like that, you want to do other shit. You're right. I do want to do other shit. I might be playing a good game of college football. I might be playing a good game of 2K. I might be high on a bird. I might be watching a good movie. And then when I get tired and 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I want to go in there. And she been at me come in the room because she ready. And I said, nah, I'm straight. Then I go in there and then I want to touch on shit. She like, nope. Okay. I ain't gonna argue with you. You ain't lying. Yeah, you right. But let me guess. I'm a simp for saying, oh, you right. Because a lot of you niggas like, oh, don't turn me down. Don't tell me no. It's gonna be a female that's gonna give me some. I'm like, bruh. When she right, she right. When she right, she right. Like I said, I'm a man first. 100% man. I just know better. I take everything I learned over the past 46 years of my life, and I'm giving y'all what I learned, what I know. And I'm telling y'all this shit because I know both parties can be better than what they are. I know that. This ain't entertainment, this is education. I say a little funny shit here and there. But I keep it real. Oh, excuse me. I keep it real. A lot of this shit is that y'all know what I'm saying is true. Y'all know this shit. And this is something I learned when I was doing Anchor before I started doing YouTube, was that as long as I was talking bad about females, niggas would listen. I watched my audience grow. Just talking stupid about women day in, day out. And I sit back and say, I can't do this shit all the day, every day. I don't hate women. I understand some of the problems. I understand that it's some bad women no matter what. But I don't hate women. I done had my fair share of failures. I don't hate women. I done been told no numerous times. I don't hate women. I don't watch girls I was dealing with jump to another nigga. I don't hate women. I took my L, took my lumps, and kept pushing. To where in some people's cases, I'm an animal. I'm a monster. I'm a savage. Because of how I look at women. How I deal with women. It's like I love them. I ain't no fool. I ain't no sucker. I ain't no simp. I know how women move. Been dealing with women for 30-some years. I know how they operate. This shit ain't new. This shit old. Maybe because I started early that I learned my way with women. Maybe because of the DNA from my daddy that flow inside my body. that I know how to deal with women. Maybe it is that my great grandmama told me that women ain't shit, and all the time the only thing I need from is their body if I just want to make babies or get my dick wet. Maybe it is my mama telling me to act nice and give compliments knowing I ain't mean the shit. Just so I get a little ass. Maybe it is me going to the clubs as a teenager and going to spend that high 50 to get my dick wet. Maybe it's a combination of all that shit, the good and the bad, that I went through for the last 30-some years. Dealing with females, dealing with women, dealing with ladies, dealing with bitches, dealing with hoes, dealing with thoughts, dealing with whatever you want to call the female species, dealing with them for the past 30 years. Taking my lumps and bumps and bruises and giving y'all what I know. And telling you niggas like, hey, some of this shit your fault. Some of this shit fall on your shoulders. Some of this shit fall on your head, not just theirs. But when I sit back and think about the women y'all talking about now, I had to sit back and think of like, 30 years? I started at 12. We're talking about 30-year-olds, 25-year-olds. Their mama was in my bed. Their aunties was on their knees. Shit, some of their grandmamas were doing it 30. Dropping it hot. I'm part of the problem that y'all had with women now. I'm part of the problem because I know what I was dealing with. This little girl mama, this little girl's big sister, this little girl auntie, this little girl big cousin. I know what I was doing with them 30 years ago. I'm a Gen Xer. Close to a millennial, 79. I'm at the tail end of Gen X and, beginning of being a millennial, but I'm knowing what I'm doing with these little girls at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I know what I'm doing. I had my first pregnancy scare when I was 16. So what if that girl was pregnant at 16? She was 15. I'm 46. If that girl was pregnant, that little girl 30 now. If she was pregnant at 15, that little girl will be 30 right now. And y'all will be having problems with her because of how I did her mother. Y'all don't think about this shit, do it. I'm a Gen Xer, and I know what I was doing at 16. I had a pregnancy scare at 16. So imagine if that was a real live pregnancy, and that was a little girl. That little girl would have been 30 right now, and y'all would have been having a problem with her because of how I was doing her mom. Her mom will be 45. And she would be able to tell that little girl that your daddy was something awful. Your daddy was doing some dirty ass shit to me. That's why I look at niggas the way I look at because of your daddy. And no matter what I would have told her, she probably would have felt some type of way. At 30. I had another chick when I was 20 that was pregnant. She was pregnant. She just had a deletion. I ain't found out about it till later on down the line, but her mama told me she was pregnant. Had a deletion. That little girl, little boy be 26. You would have had a problem with her. My daughter, she's finna be 24. So when I look at this shit, I'm like, bro, we the problem. We one of the reasons why a lot of these guys having issues with the females because of how we did their mothers and their aunties. We did them something dirty, and we ain't got no problem saying we did them dirty. We ain't got no problem talking about it, trying to relive our glory days and shit like that. We ain't got no problem talking about how we did them. But we got a problem with how they acting. And we're part of the problem. Same with the YNs. We was part of the problem. We was getting these girl pregnant 20, 30 years ago and didn't want to be daddy to the niggas, to the little boys. And they raised by the same single mama that's raising the girls y'all having problem with. And you want to know why your son acting ultra feminine one way or another. Where were you at? Where was you at? While your son was going through whatever he was going through, you wasn't there. I remember when I finally talked to my dad and asked my dad, nigga, where you was when I was growing up? He told me the truth. He said, nigga, I was trying to get money off these bitches. Okay. He told the truth. He said, whatever your mama said about me, guess what? She ain't lying. Okay. I took it and ran with it. So if I'm knowing my own daddy sat there and looked me in my face and said he didn't want to be a daddy because he was too busy trying to pimp a hoe, I know what y'all were doing that's the same age as me with your baby mamas that got these little girls and young niggas riding around there that's acting stupid. We're part of the problem. But again, y'all don't want to talk about this shit because for some strange reason, Gen X ain't have a problem with this shit. We ain't got nothing to do with this shit, but you got young boys and girls. You got multiple baby mamas and you ain't been a father to none of your kids. And we'll sit there and say, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. I ain't got nothing to do with this shit, but you created the problems. I'm just a realist. I'm just a nigga that know the truth. I don't care. I'm not trying to grift anybody. I'm not trying to make $1 million by lying and exaggerations and shit like that. I just tell you the truth. The truth feels better. I don't have to come up with something just to try to get something out of y'all. I tell the truth. You might not want to hear it, but again, you need to hear it. It ain't all women's fault. It ain't all niggas' fault. It's everybody's fault on why shit fucked up. It's everybody's fault on why shit fucked up. It ain't just one particular gender fault. It's everybody's fault. But again, men ain't gonna take responsibility for their bullshit. Women ain't gonna take responsibility for their bullshit. And niggas gonna keep throwing slings and arrows and bullets to each other until somebody come out on top. Don't know who. And what be so crazy is I got a son and a daughter, and I gotta get both of them game. I gotta get both of them advice on how to deal with their relationships. So you can imagine me trying to tell my daughter how to move with her husband, soon to be husband, and trying to tell my son how to move with his baby mama. I'm trying to tell both my kids how to maneuver in this world in their relationships, and I gotta get both of them game. I gotta get both of them conversation. I gotta get both of them advice. A girl and a boy. I can't sit there and tell my daughter to be a pushover for this nigga because I tell my son to be careful on how he deal with his baby mom. I can't tell my son to be a pushover for his baby mama. And then tell my daughter to be hard on her fiance. I can't do it. I have to be real with both of them. I can't sugarcoat the shit I tell my kids that's in this chaotic world. I gotta be real with both of them. I gotta be real with both of them. And it's crazy because my son will hear me say some shit to my daughter, and he'll look at me like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I said what I said. My daughter hear me say some shit to my son, she's like, for real, Dad? I'm like, yeah, I said what I said. Do y'all want to be successful or do you want to be fucked over? I have to tell both of them at time, hey, sometimes you're going to have to play the role. Sometimes you're gonna have to bite the bullet. Sometimes you're gonna let them have their motherfucking way. Some of them fights don't need to be fought. Sometimes you just say, fuck it. You got it. You got it. I tell both of them that. And then at the same time, I tell both of them, like, y'all ain't no fucking pushovers. Y'all ain't no hoe. Get on their motherfucking ass. They'll be all right. They might be a little hurt and some shit like that, but I ain't raised you to be no hoe either. Get on their motherfucking ass when they with the shit. They do that too. So the same way I tell my son, the same way I tell my daughter on how to maneuver in their relationship is the same way I try to tell grown ass men and grown ass women how to maneuver. Like sometimes you gotta play the role. Sometimes you gotta let them have it. And sometimes you gotta get on their motherfucking ass. You ain't gotta get on their motherfucking ass 24/7, 365. It ain't necessary. Nor do you be the pushover 24/7, 365. Gotta find a balance. Gotta find a balance. Sometimes you gotta do more than others, and sometimes you gotta do more than others, and sometimes you gotta find that 50-50 split. Depending on who you dealing with. Some men, some women like aggressive shit. That's all they know is you cussing their ass out and getting on their motherfucking ass. Some motherfuckers like the more passive approach where you just coddle them and shit like that. Depends on who you dealing with. You can't take a one-way approach to everybody. Even though you would like to. It ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work. When I sit here and tell my wife, like when we first started talking, I was like, baby, if I was the soft ass nigga that these niggas portraying in social media and shit like that, how would you want to deal with me? She like, I wouldn't fuck with you. I like, so you like me as the aggressive asshole? She like, yeah. She like, now we're now 40. She like, I don't want to deal with this shit no every day, but at the same time, I know that's you. She like, that's what I signed up for, was an aggressive asshole that might do nice shit from time to time. She knew what she was dealing with. Because she listened to y'all niggas and she like, man, these niggas soft as them baby shit. She like, no, I can't deal with no soft ass nigga like right now. And some of y'all niggas will say, oh, she masculine. Well, she is what it is. She calm her head down when more times than not when me and her together. She know what she dealing with. She just know I'm watered down there. Y'all have to excuse me for going off. Y'all have to excuse me for my little rant or whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. I'm just saying. I just had to get that out of the way. Now, what time is it? 20. Now, let me go and get into the topic so I can send y'all about y'all way. The truth about growth stock women. Gentlemen, have you ever met a female that in your eyes was just the one? She had the looks, she had the ambition, she was about her business, she was just unpredictable. I'm gonna say that again. Have you ever met a female that when you first put your eyes on her, you just felt like that was the one? Based off how she looked, how she moved, everything she was doing, you're like, I like that. I like that. I want that in my life. I like how Shawty is. I need that in my life. She's just unpredictable. You don't know what she's gonna do. See, that's the female I'm talking about right now. The growth stock woman. So basically, a growth stock woman is like a brand new startup. She got a lot of hype. She got a lot of people that's, trying to see what's going on. It's like you heard about her, you seen her. Everybody flocking trying to see what she about. Same as a startup. Everybody trying to see what this startup about. They hearing good things about them. They keep reading the reviews and all that good shit right there. So yeah, you're interested. You want to see, is it all hype or is it really that? It's like potential. It's like potential. Just like with NFL players, NBA players, the big P word. They get drafted off potential. They meet the measurables. They pass the eye test. All that good shit right there. Potential. The problem is you don't know how stable she is. You don't know how volatile she is. Just like a brand new startup. Got plenty of potential and passed the eye test, but you don't know how the company is ran. You don't know how stable their flow sheet. You don't know nothing. You just know they look good and got potential to be one of the greats. And see, the problem is a lot of guys, they invest in women for what they are now, not what they could be. The problem is a lot of men invest in what these women are now and not what they could be. Because a smart brother, a smart man that deal with women know not to invest everything into a woman based solely off potential. Just like if I was drafting a football player or a basketball player, I'm not finna give away my future solely off potential. I'm not finna trade away all these picks based off potential. I do my due diligence. I do my research. I know a little bit better. It's like, if it's a can't miss prospect, no weaknesses, no bad, no bads, no downside to her, I think about it. But if it's any little flaws, I have to reconsider. See, I heard a nigga say he'll go all in for a female that he like. But you're going all in on a female that you like and don't know if she the one. You don't know if she capable of being wifey material. You just like how she look. And chances are you probably got the box before she made you a plate. Chances are that happening. I mean, I did. When me and my wife first started talking, I said, it didn't take me long to get the pussy. I said, it didn't take me that long to hit. Like shit, it didn't take me, it took me less than a month. It took me a couple of dates. And to be honest, we only went on one date. Really. I was going over her house after work. I went home after work, took a shower, hopped in the Chevy and went over her house watching movies. And I got the box. Before she made that hamburger helper and Jiffy Mix cornbread, that's her first meal for me. I ain't go all the way in because I still had females on my line. I still had other options available. I just wasn't dealing with them as much, but it was always other options available just in case this shit didn't work out. She knew I had other options. She knew I had other girls. I mean, she saw me talking to other women before me and her got together, so she knew what I was capable of doing. It wouldn't surprise her. But I liked her. I put in a lot in her while I still had options. See, a lot of y'all niggas want to go all in with a female based off the pussy. You going in liking what you like now. The perky titties, the fight, the ass, the pretty face, the snapback. You're investing in that shit now. And then 5, 10, 15 years down the line, when the titties drop a little bit and some little cottage cheese on the ass, and some tiger stripes here and there, little wrinkles here and there. Now you're like, oh, I don't like this no more. I need to get out. Why did you invest? Now, that's just on the physical. Cause we all gonna age, we all gonna get old. Y'all gonna see right now, I got gray hair all in my goddamn beard. Like I give a damn. I gotta give a damn. I know I'm old. And if I ain't shaving my motherfucking head, I got a George Jefferson. I don't give a fuck. So we gonna get old. We gonna look a certain type of way as we get older. Some of us gonna look like we ain't aged a bit, and some of us gonna look like pieces of shit if we get older. That's not what I'm talking about. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I'm talking about how she is going forward. You see little shit. You see little red flags here and there. You see little acts, little attitude, and this, that, and the third. You see the shit. It ain't like you don't see it. But because you ready to go and get that young pussy at 20-something, you ready to dive all in and saying, I ain't gonna worry about later on down the line. I'm gonna live for the moment. I'm gonna go in for what I know now. And see, because if you invest in the right one at the right time, you'll get everything you want across the board. Emotionally, socially, spiritually, you get it all with the right one. Or your ass will go bankrupt overnight with the wrong one. It's either or. But see, when you go all in, you don't give yourself no exit. You ain't got no strategy behind that shit. Now you get to complaining. Because you put all your bad eggs in this basket, thinking she gonna be the shit for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And all it takes is one bad moment, and you see it. You seen it. You seen it early. You just didn't pay no attention. Oh, excuse me. You think maybe you're digmatized and that shit'll go away. You think if you put enough bread in her face, it'll go away. You think if you pat on the ass enough times, it'll go away. Nope, it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. So just like I was saying about Aisha Curry and Michelle Obama and Jada Pinkett and whoever else, it's still there. You know it's still there. You just hoping that you don't have to see it. And chances are, if she a good one, you won't see it a lot. One of the things that was told to me about my wife was that she had an attitude and she was spoiled. I didn't give a fuck, even though I saw it. Even though her grandmama and granddaddy told me she was spoiled, I didn't give a fuck, even though I was seeing that shit. I saw the attitude. I didn't give a fuck. Because I saw the good side more than I saw the bad side. I saw the bullshit. I dealt with the bullshit numerous times. I always knew it was there. What y'all do is y'all want to invest in Shawty thinking that it's never going to happen. Thinking if you do just enough, you can stop this shit from happening. How long? How long you think you can stop it? Because like I said, y'all think because I make so much money, I can stop that bullshit. Don't work. Don't work. I put in this lifestyle, she'll stop. Don't work. I amass so much status, so much clout. Don't work. She still do it. Don't work. And y'all get mad because she's still gonna do it. You get mad because it's still there. You basing everything on what she is now, not what she can be. Because think about it, y'all mad because they get these high earning careers. She went to school for that career. They're making her high 5, 6 figures. She went to school for that shit. Why you didn't get in when she was going to school? When she had the ambition and the drive to go to class every day for 4 to 6 years, why you didn't invest in her then when you knew where she was going? You had every opportunity when you saw that then to invest because you knew where she was going. Now she could have easily fell off track. She could have easily started doing some other shit and never got the success she got in that career. Then what would be the alternative? Is like, oh, you were going to school and you were doing so good and did that. Why you stop? But because she kept going and she's at where she at now, you feel some type of way because you didn't get in at the bottom. Now you want to get in when she's where she at, and she done already set the standards for how she want to move in life, and you don't fit the qualifications, or how she looked coming up. She was the ugly duckling. She didn't grow into her look yet through middle school and through high school. When she was a good girl and probably liked you, probably did you and shit like that, you wouldn't give her the time of day because she didn't meet your swag. She didn't match your fly. So you didn't fuck with her. And now she done blew up and became a bad chick, pretty, thick, all that shit, natural. When she walk in the room, everybody head turning. You had a chance to get up with her when she wasn't that. And you chose not to. And now she is that. Now you want in and she won't let you in, and you feel some type of way. Or the social. She's a socialite. When back in the day, she was a wallflower. She didn't have a lot of friends. She wasn't everywhere. Now she's all across the world. Now you want in to help boost your status, to help boost your clout, to help boost your social media presence or whatever the case may be. What they say is that get married so you can show off to your colleagues, so it make it seem like you got good decision making skills based off of how your wife look. Yeah, that shit. See, just like y'all say women waiting on the nigga at the finish line for him to go through whatever he got to go through to become the finished product, and then they want to get with the nigga. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all want to do the same thing. Is y'all want to get in with a female down there when she's a finished product. And when they don't let you in, you mad. Same rules apply. You could have got in with Shawty when she was struggling, freshman year of college, before she got that good paying job. You could have got in then. You ain't had time for her. You could have got in when she was butt ugly. You ain't had time for her. You could have got in when she was the wallflower and had no friends and wasn't a social darling. You ain't had time for her. Now she done blew up. Now you got time for her. And she ain't got time for you. And now you go on your smear campaign saying, oh, she lonely. Oh, she twerking. Oh, she's all across social media. Oh, got all type of negative shit to say about a chick that you once wanted. Now, the flip side of that is she didn't never accomplish it. She dropped out in freshman, sophomore year. She never blossomed into a beautiful female, and she still ain't got no friends. Then you can sit there and say, oh, I dodged the bullet. But again, the smart man that deal with women, they know better. The smart investor know better. Like, yeah, I would deal with you, but I'm also paying attention to what you can be. And I'm paying attention to the bullshit. I'm not going to give you everything all at once and then fail. I'll give you just enough to show you that I'm vested, that I want to be with you in some shape, form, or fashion. But I'm not going to give you everything, because at any given time, you can go against the grain. At any given time, you can go backwards. And now I'm stuck with this woman that had potential. Now I'm stuck trying to get out of a woman that once had potential. See, it's a game. Just like the NBA, just like the NFL, it's like if I'm a general manager and I'm drafting solely off potential, I gotta put that person in the right position to grow and be what I think they're going to be, or put them in a fucked up position to where they're going to fail. Either way. So instead of me putting all this effort and energy into one particular female, I give her just enough to say, I got you. What you gonna do while I got you? Either you're gonna go and become the person I think you can be, or you're gonna go backwards. What you gonna do? Either you're gonna be the person I think you can be, or you're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna give you just enough capital. I'm gonna give you just enough time, enough energy, enough attention, enough paper. I'm gonna give you just enough to show that I'm invested in you. But what are you gonna do while I'm invested in you? Because it can be more if you stick to the plan. It can be more if you go and do what you need to do as a woman and grow. It can be more. I got you. If you go and do what you need to do and grow. Or I can pull out when you start bullshitting. I can pull out when you start bullshitting and start doing dumb shit. So it's on you. Because somewhere down the line, you going to be great because it's in you. Somewhere down the line, Shawty going to be a good woman. What is fresh out of college? I don't know. What is in her 30s? I don't know. But you got the potential to be great. I just looked at motherfuckers talking about Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, how they had to bounce around. They had to bounce around the NFL before they got in good positions at quarterback. Baker Mayfield at Tampa Bay, Sam Darnold in Seattle. Both of them were first-round picks. Both of them were first-round picks at quarterback. The Cleveland Browns drafted Baker Mayfield. The New York Jets drafted Sam Darnold as a franchise quarterback. And both of them been around the league to multiple teams. Now they're in positions to where they actually flourish. They actually learn some shit by bouncing from team to team to team so they get into a position to where Baker Mayfield an MVP candidate right now. And Sam Darnold got Seattle looking like world beaters. Sometimes you putting all your efforts and energy into this one female may not pan out. Even though you might want it to pan out, might not work. Might be worth it, might not work. And it is what it is. And sometimes you get a Tim Duncan. It works out fine. Sometimes you get a Kobe Bryant. It works out fine. Sometimes you get a Pat Mahomes or a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen. Works out fine. But half of it is on you and half of it is on her. If she gonna be the baddest, she wanna be the baddest, she gonna do it. If she just wanna be plain Jane and fit in with the rest of them, she gonna do that too. The question is how much you gonna put into her for her to be great. Don't put everything into, put just enough into it, let her know I got your back, but you're gonna have to do something to reach your full potential. So anyway, I appreciate everybody coming over here today. It's 1:44. I done gave y'all my time for today. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Share this out. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, like I said, I'm trying to get 1,300 by the end of the year. If I get there, I get there. If I don't get there, we're gonna try again in 2026. But I hope I get there. And I'm gonna holler at y'all good people. Oh, I'll be back later. Cause this was something I posted did yesterday. But I did have my grandson, and you know, I'll be on granddaddy duty. I had my grandson this weekend. And you know, my grandson mean a lot to me. Yeah. And it's fucked up. And the funny thing about that is I was telling my son that his little boy looked like my nephew as a baby. So I found the baby picture of my nephew, and I found the baby picture of myself. And my wife was looking at it, she was like, he don't look like your nephew, but he looked like you as a baby. And I think Drip said that shit not too long ago. He was like, that your grandson looked like you. I'm like, all right. So once I got to looking at my baby picture and looking at my grandson, I was like, yeah, he do have some, he's a light skin. I said, but he looked like his granddad. So anyway, I'm gonna come back and talk about the 304 phase. I posted it the weekend, but like I said, I was on granddaddy duty. I'm gonna talk about the whole phase Oh, I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all. But yeah, it might be a little later, but it's gonna be today. Just give me time to get the thumbnail and everything together. But I'm gonna have that for y'all in next maybe 4 hours, something like that. So just stay tuned. But anyway, get up with y'all, like, share, subscribe, and I will holler at y'all later.
My skin is black.
Doctor?
Light nigga, young nigga, full nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, full nigga, house nigga.